What's going on, everybody? It's another podcast. Cool Water kicking ass with the podcast. And this particular podcast, I think, is very detrimental to your ears because you need to hear something that's going to penetrate the wax that's in your eardrums. I recently went to see the movie Birth of a Nation. Went to see it twice. The movie touched me that good. Touched me so good, man. You know, I shedded a tear because I couldn't really fathom people being done so dirty in the manner that they were being done dirty, in the way that they, was being done, that it really kind of made me angry. You know what I'm saying? And so Nate Parker, Birth of a Nation, did a very damn good job in presenting a documentary or biopic or historical point of view about Nat Turner. Very, very well put together. The movie was classy. It wasn't really gory in the sense that, it was a lot of slave beating, hanging type situations and heads getting chopped off, but it did show some level of strength. I was really impressed with the black love story, showing that the black man and black woman during that time period could at least stick together and try to obtain some level of freedom. Which is very important for people to see that. The people that need to see it probably won't go see it. I know I had a situation, a battle, confrontation, argument with a young lady over the Nat Parker movie due to the fact that folks is claiming, the media was claiming he raped them. He raped a young lady, a young white female or some white girl or somebody back in the day. And the girl, technically at the end of the day, she killed herself and him and his homeboy got off. What I'm really starting to understand is no matter what position you in, how you try to get down, what you trying to achieve, the folks in power ain't gonna let that happen, man, unless it's done on their terms. And that's the bottom line. He been out for a while. He been an actor for a while. We're talking about Nate Parker. Nate Parker has done some incredible movies in the past, but nothing about rape until he reached the point where he started to show black people in their truest form, which was raising up against the oppressor. And as soon as he began to do that, and even though the Jews that run Hollywood bought the film, I heard, for about $17 million and made certain deals, negotiations about certain things that they didn't want to see in the movie, that's when he started having the issues and his past came up. And then idiot ass niggas who don't read beyond they front nose took it upon themselves, like the young lady I got an argument with, hollering and screaming, fuck Nate Parker, and he did this and he did that, without further investigation. Without even so much as really doing her own homework. And just based off of what she had already knew from the past about Nat Turner, she put them two and two together and then came up with her own conclusion and was screaming the movie had a rape scene in it, which it didn't. Just a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of idiotic bullshit from a silly ass broad who would prefer to use pussy power over brain power. You dig? So that movie really struck a chord with me emotionally because it showed the strength of what black folk hoped for. You see what I'm saying? But because they was a powerless people, just like we are today, they were not able to obtain the level of freedom that they would like to have had in the long run. uh, Birth of a Nation is probably a little different than some of the other slave stories that have been put out. The Django, Amistad, man, the list goes on. Roots, whatever. The list goes on and on. There's so many of them. I think that the movie also touched on touched on the African culture. I think it put together some real historical point of view from folks looking back at the movie and saying, okay, this is kind of where we started from. This is where we are. And maybe we might even be able to go this way if we look in the direction of doing something that may be somewhat more productive. I know Nate Parker, and this is a topic, man, I'm just kind of rambling because, like I say, it's really about Birth of a Nation. The movie was excellent. I enjoyed it. You know, I recommend you go see it if you built like that. I'm actually right now listening to Professor Griff speak on the subject about Birth of a Nation. And I guess this was maybe pick up my phone because he commended the dude for his film, directing, producing the film and putting it out. We know that the people that don't look like us will have a tendency to sway the decisions that are away from getting us to go see the movie. The movie really wasn't probably distributed right, marketed right. It was supposedly a flop because of the fact that it only had a $7 million opening weekend. But hey, again, when you ain't got everybody working in your favor, the media is talking about you a rapist. It's going to deter some people from going to see the project in its entirety. But Griff made a point, which I can understand, about Nate Parker making this movie and then going home to his oppressor's wife because she's a white woman. Nate Parker is married to a white woman, white female. He got kids with, they biracial. And it's kind of like a contradictory story of I'm pro-black nigga, but I still hang out with my white friends. It's kind of like that. In all actuality, man, at this stage in the game in 2016, you know, real talk, we all would like to say, man, we pro-black. But at the end of the day, man, it's so many variables that go into why black men get with white women. You take the Michael Call, I think it's Cutter or Collier, the dude that's playing Luke Cage. He married to a white lady. You know, the real question we got to ask is what's going on that has these brothers in Hollywood choosing white women over black women and being mostly faithful and raising a family in the context of what a family's supposed to do. You know, house, kids, woman, man, raise the children, serve God, blah, just keeping the third. We have to ask those questions because I agree with Griff that it's kind of a situation where I couldn't be that guy. You know, I wouldn't even be able to make a movie like that if I was married to a white woman because in my own right, to me, I'm playing myself. Now I get the artistic expression, that's wonderful, but from a moral standpoint, it's like, I'm gonna make a movie like this, but then I'm over here with this. So, you know, I'm either one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? So that's a question I think needs to be put on the table. I think that's a question that needs to be asked. Why are these brothers doing hardcore African-American films about black culture that deals with some sort of racial oppression at times, and then they go home to their white wife? Real talk. Some of my people that I know that's white, some of the white girls I know, like, you know, I got some white friends, you know what I'm saying? I didn't engage with, but I can be honest about the real side of black culture and deal with it from the perspective of this is a problem that we got to talk about. So you ain't gonna never get me faking. You ain't never finna get me being passive. You know, I'm gonna speak it from the heart, but I'm gonna also make sure that, you know, all of what I'm saying, I'm in line with. So, you know, that's the issue that I think has to be addressed. Because like I say, the movie would have you believing, especially with the Black love story, that man, you know, this brother 100% pro-black, which in which some cases I don't believe he is, but the movie represented that. You know, so I definitely see what Griff's point of view is. That's a question I think needs to be put on the table. You know, again, I often wonder, what is the role of African Americans in Hollywood? What is the role of people who do hardcore African American roles? Are they just acting as an actor, or do they really have a passion and a point of view for contributing to society in its entirety that deals with Black culture, if I'm making any sense? Nate Parker seems to be a young cat. I'm sure he in his late 20s, early 30s, 31, 32, 33, something like that. So he still got some playing time, a lot of mistakes to be made as he continues to grow in his career. But when you take a movie like Birth of a Nation and you see what it's all about, at the end of the day, man, you know, you got to reflect on who you are, you know, what your surroundings is, what your friends are, you know, what's the big deal, what's the purpose of it, you know what I'm saying, when you start to look at this particular movie and movies that came before. But this one particularly touched me differently than anything else. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, you know, what the real message behind being an African-American actor / African-American actor with a white wife doing deep-rooted racial roles like what he did. I don't know how you juggle the two. You know, I think the media blasted Nate for all the wrong reasons. I think they was a catalyst for the movie not being the box office hit that it could have been. I think the sellout ass Negroes who don't matter what you do, automatically cast it to the side without giving it a fair shake, but they're gonna go see Madea, Halloween Boo. You can rest assured they'll be in line for that. Because, see, that don't cause you to be responsible. You dig? That don't cause you to reflect and look at yourself for what you really need to look at yourself for. So, I mean, to sum this up, because I'm going to get off of here, you know, what's the real role of African-American actors when you're doing deep roles like A Birth of a Nation, and then you are connected to or married to somebody that's of a different culture, European descent or whatever other descent you want to call it? You know, what's the real role? What's your real position in life? You know, is it okay? Is it not okay? Is it not okay? You know, because these questions have to be put on the table. And I think it's something that we all need to look at, man. So, again, you know, check Birth of a Nation out. Like I said, Professor Griff got me talking. I just wanted to drop some on tape and see exactly, you know, maybe what some people may think. But I know, you know, this is a topic that has been going on. It actually ran through my mind, you know, what he's talking about, you know, him doing that movie and then, you know, going home to his white wife. So, shoot back at me, you know what I'm saying? I can't really speak on it. Like I say, it's really kind of a twisted topic, you know, but let's see what happens. In the meantime, it's Cool Water, man. Y'all know where I'm at, ishiphopdead.com. Check me out, ishiphopdead.com. Please subscribe to the podcast. Let's build, let's talk, let's work. And also look for them tees, Who Killed the Black Entrepreneur. They on deck. Peace.